A lot. There's the difference. 2%, 130,000, 1%, 158,000. 30,000 more with lower fees. Chart shows the difference between a total of 50,000 invested over a 20-year period, and you're going to have more than a 20-year period. 7% return if fees applied at 2 or 1. I don't know. $28,000. What do we know? We know that out of the universe of index funds, they smoke actively managed funds. They smoke them. So hard for those actively managed funds to beat the index because you got to make bets year after year and the right bets and what to overweight and underweight, and it's just tough, and so they can't do it. 90% of actively managed mutual funds don't beat the index. Now you might get all excited and say, well, 10 do, and I'll say to you, show me where they are. Show me where they are. I don't know where they are. You could say, well, they're the ones that beat them last year. I'd be like, well, the ones that beat them last year probably just made some good bets. You know, then you find a guy like Buffett who really has a formula, right? And that's why so many people follow Buffett. But in general, if we just went cheap, index product, global diversification, that's where we want to be. You can do this. To buy the Vanguard products that I had up there earlier, you have to open up a brokerage account, which is more complicated for you. But it's really easy to open up a Tangerine account. I have taken you here before, but let's do it again. The Tangerine accounts, there's only 5 of them, right? You're not drowning in choice. Asset allocation for the most aggressive is all equity. Canadian, US, and international stocks. How is it done? 11.5. 10 over the last 5 years. Again, your time horizon is decades. You're not doing this for your school money. We know that, right? This is not for your school money. Anything under a 2-3 year time frame, you shouldn't be in equities at all. Try to get a GIC, try to get some interest from the bank, protect your money. So I can't guarantee the markets will be up in 3 or 4 years. But once you push out and say for maybe my home, 10 years down the road, maybe my first condo, maybe retirement, now you've got to be equities. And you know that. I've certainly hammered that into your brain. All right, let's look at Facebook. We all know that Facebook has hit a bad patch. Zuckerberg had to get in front of CNN yesterday and fall on a sword, basically said, we screwed up, we're sorry. Okay? The shares are paying a heavy price. So here's the question. Is it a buy? So what I've done is I've put on a 50 and a 200 day. I've done that over a year. What do I see? It's dropped below the trading channel. It's out of the trading channel. When something drops out of the trading channel, it's the time to ask a question. Has the business fundamentally changed? Is this news so horrible that the business isn't the same anymore? So I wonder how many of you have canceled your Facebook accounts. In other words, this is probably a buying opportunity. There is no competitor for Facebook, really, if you think about it. There might be down the road, but there isn't right now. And if we get a good company, and it is a good company with a product that people like, a whole bunch of you have a Facebook account, and we get a buying opportunity, and we don't believe the company has fundamentally changed in a negative way, that should be, to me, a buy signal. And the technicians would say, the technical analysis says, we're out of the trading range, we're below the trading range, this is a sweet little buy opportunity. That's what my eyes see. Thanks, have a good week. Mr.